What is going on, you guys? Welcome to Socially Acceptable, the show that humanizes influence
the LA way.
I'm Miss Corrie Renee.
And I'm SB Press, and welcome back to an amazing episode.
Yes.
I'm grateful for being here with you as always.
Oh my gosh, and you know it's the very exact same, you know what I'm saying? So I want to jump right into it.
Okay.
What is your emoji today, SB Press?
Okay. So this one for you guys is it's a little funny, but it's the one with the smoky nose. It's been
not like you.
It's been a very, I guess, up and down week, so to speak. A lot of traffic, a lot of idiots on the road, but just a lot of people who don't have communication. Their communication skills is horrible, so they'll go and call you out of your name during the discrepancy. Yes, somebody dropped the N-word on me this week.
No!
The flare came out the nose, and the funny thing is when you get out and you actually articulate yourself, when somebody goes to disrespect you. Yeah, I had to. These hands ain't registered for nothing. But I had to.
The Rose Crescent Central got out the car.
I brought it out. But the thing was, when I showed him that I wasn't one of those types, he showed me respect that he should have had from the beginning. So sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
Okay.
So,
hey, you know what I mean?
Okay,
so that's basically what that was. That's basically what that was.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, it was a different week.
It's so different because as we press like that, and I feel like we probably kind of switched gears this week.
I had to take a little, a little drink out of her cup.
I
this week.
think so because today my emoji is more like I don't know what the name of this emoji is, but it's kind of like the gratification or the satisfied emoji, the one that's just like,
yeah.
And it's not because like it was just so great of a week, but it's because I chose to let things go. I chose to say to myself, you know what? I can't control this. This person is going to be exactly who they are 5 days a week, 24 hours a day. So what I'm going to do is control my emotions and allowing them to affect me and internalize it, and I'm just gonna let it go.
Let go and let God.
That part.
Seriously. Stress will kill you faster than a speeding bullet.
Oh my gosh.
Let that go.
Seriously. And I refuse.
I refuse for you.
I refuse. It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
As your partner in crime, you need me to go commit one? No, do you need me to go commit one?
I appreciate you handling my lightweight though.
I got you.
That means the world to me, you know. And thanking God that we ain't got to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of God,
yes,
we have an amazing man here who is a believer.
I need that super producer clap right now because this person is amazing. Seriously.
I mean, he's born and raised Inglewood, California.
That's right, LA baby.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, shout out to what? Bible Enrichment.
Bible Enrichment, that's right.
Indeed.
Okay, it's not a game out here. He's 1/3 of the amazing Farris family.
Yes, y'all.
Singer, songwriter.
1/4. I have to correct. I have to speak up for my brother Ron.
Yeah, that's right. We ain't gonna leave you out, Ron. We got you.
What's up, Ron? Where's the camera?
We got you.
Ron?
We got you.
We love you. Okay.
That's right.
You guys, shout out to Davion Farris.
Thank you guys for having me, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all energy, y'all chemistry. This is already a vibe. Like I'm excited about this. Let's go.
We're doing that.
Yeah. I love it.
We're doing our best.
Yes. And it's a blessing to actually, share this with her, but also to share this moment with you, with everything that you've been going through, the family. Before we indulge into that, I would like to let everybody know that the X factor of this episode is the
paradox.
Ooh, but we doing paradox for this one?
The paradox.
The paradox of success.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Which is basically what, in layman's terms?
It depends on what success means to you.
Okay.
So we're going to define that within this episode with you, sir.
Let's go.
Okay. So Corrie, how about you take them off with the first question?
All right. Well, we want to know, like, as far as the success and the road to it, sometimes it can get lonely. Has there ever been a time in your journey that you felt lonely at all, or you needed to separate yourself from everything else?
Yeah, there definitely was a time. It didn't necessarily come from, actually, you know what? No, let me take a step back. There was a time when just things were kind of like slowing down. This was right before the pandemic.
Okay.
Right, but things were kind of like slow. I was getting like placements here and there. And I decided that, I really had gotten a little bored with the game of chasing placements, writing songs, going to sessions and doing all of that. So I actually took a complete step back from music. And I decided, what it would look like if I delved into another art. And so I started to take up acting classes. Ooh. So I took up Tasha Smith acting workshop.
Okay, Tasha Smith.
And that's who is actually like an aunt to me. Like she's like a really good friend of the family, one of my mom's best friends, for a long time, since I was a child.
Gotcha.
And I actually studied there for like 4 years.
Wow.
Went from the beginners to the master class, and once the pandemic started up. I would say about a year in, she started to do the virtual class because they couldn't have the in-house workshops like we were accustomed to, and so she asked me if I could come on as one of the instructors. So I taught the beginners class for an entire year. I taught the beginners class for an entire year. And in the midst of that, I also was substituted for Smoke while he was, competing in the was it Rhythm and Flow competition that he won, right?
Come on.
And it was an exciting and interesting time, right? Because I was like, okay, you know what, I'm stepping back from music. I had done a few deals or whatever that kept. I was okay for a second. And it was actually real dope because it allowed me to really have passion for something, not to chase it for. Although I'm going to get into acting and getting roles and all of that, but it was just really a chance to put my heart into something and just have it be all that. And it was beautiful, man. It was I love acting. I love seeing people. I love seeing good acting and great scenes and all of that. So yeah, I definitely had to take a step back.
Now, speaking on acting, what are some of the similar traits between acting and music that can help another person on their bounce to success?
Knowledge of self.
Self-awareness, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
In both fields, it's paramount, especially if you're whether artist, writer, whether artist or writer, I would say, I think those are the areas where it's most important. Producer, just as a person, it's important, to be self-aware. but professionally, as a creator, you want to make things that are true to you, right? Because everybody has their own human element that they connect with someone else with, right?
Yes.
Something that you've gone through or something that you've experienced, right? That someone else has that they can say, you know what, I see myself in that, right? Mm-hmm. And so when you create from that place of authenticity, then you're going to make something that you're going to connect with people with, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the important part, not to create for people, but create for yourself, knowing that if it's authentic enough, then it's going to reach your tribe.
Authenticity, y'all hear that?
Yeah. Y'all hear that? That's crazy that episode 1 is spilling into episode 2.
Everything has a stream to roll down.
Yes.
That's right.
Nice. I love it.
So with that being said, when it comes to having to separate, isolate in order to elevate, how important is it? Or is it important? Are you able to still keep the same amount of friends and be able to still run as you've been running and still focus on the same thing? Or do you feel like it needs to be necessary to separate?
I think that it is important to separate, to scale back to some degree. Okay. Right? You've got to have your core of people that you lean on, that you trust. But definitely you've got to create a lot more time for self, right? To reflect and say, okay, how am I acting in situations? Not just because a lot of times people, I won't say people, we tend to point fingers and say, well, so-and-so did this, or so-and-so said that, or they came at me like that. Okay, cool. They were not right in the way that they acted, right? Mm-hmm. But you are still responsible for how you react.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So it goes back to self-awareness, right? You just have to give yourself time to really learn, okay, why am I the way that I am? Because that's important. That can help you understand why you might react a certain way. And that might help you, preemptively, like, okay, next time something like this happens, I'm going to try these steps rather than do my usual fly off the handle move.
Mm-hmm. That's why I learned how to let go.
That's right. Let go.
Absolutely.
I said, you ain't about to have me throw this computer. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead.
Please don't throw the computer.
That can be considered, manslaughter.
Let me just simmer it on down. It's not worth it. I'm going to separate in order to elevate because I never wanted it in the beginning.
Get that woosah.
I'm sorry. I'm woosah.
Right.
This is really like a therapeutic type of situation for me because I feel like we're all growing together. Like, I'm not an expert. I'm not claiming to be an expert. I am just someone who has a mic in front of her that wants to do whatever she can to allow the conversation to be as open to everyone that is listening. I appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you as well. I'm no expert as well. I just have a little bit of life experience.
Come on.
And
we're just trying to figure it out together.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm an expert at saying I don't know it all, but I'm willing to learn.
There it is.
So that's all it is. Just be open to learning, which was also something you were speaking to. So
for sure.
If there's anything that you could really, on your journey to success, that you can point out that were some learning curves for you, that someone should be prepared for, what would they be?
Learning how, it's important to learn how to balance your confidence, right, with arrogance or, some people are just, they are small and they're intimidated by confidence, and that's a different level of people that you have to learn to navigate, right? Mm-hmm. But you still have to learn how to be human, approachable, like that's the way I work. You know what I mean? Like I'm like when I was out on tour, actually, I just got off a tour with my brother Sir. Which was an incredible experience. Incredible experience. Okay. But one of the things that his team preached to me early on was to make sure you go out and touch the fans. You know what I'm saying? Speak with them. Do all. So I would go back in between each set and make sure that I talk to the people in the front row. Like I would go as far across the front row as I could until Sir started performing. Then I would hightail it off to the side, and anytime the people would ask for pictures, I'd say, I got to respect the stage, but meet me after the show. I got you. You know what I mean? But the point is, although I just came off stage and everybody in the room was cheering for me and going crazy and doing all the things. Rightfully so. I made sure.
Oh yeah, I've seen him before. I've seen Davion now. He's really built. Okay, for the ladies that aren't like paying attention to he got the shirt on.
He's bringing back that wave.
That
full performance
that
wave.
Real R&B.
That
Yes. How does it feel? R&B. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have those moments. We're gonna have those moments for sure.
And speaking to that, because it goes with your appearance and everything, can you elaborate on how hard it's been for you to maintain consistency within your build and just training and working out and everything? Because
is there
that's
pressure
all
for
of
that?
Yeah, that's all of
I mean, well, there's pressure with there's more pressure from my brothers, all of us being artists and athletes in our own way, than there's externally. But I mean that's some real pressure though. If you understand brothers in competition, then I can't fall too far behind in any area. We have to stay competitive. And I'm big bro, so it's you know what I mean. I gotta. There are certain things I've got to make sure I maintain my lead in. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's cool. No, it's no real pressure.
It goes hand in hand.
Yeah, and you said big brother. So for us, including myself, who doesn't know like where everyone falls, are you the oldest?
So my dad had my older brother Ron.
Okay.
Right.
Shout out to Ron.
Shout out to Ron. Big shout out to my big brother.
That's right.
And then he and his mother, they separated. They did their thing. And then when my dad and mom got together, I was the firstborn.
Okay.
That's right.
And then there was Smoke.
Okay.
And then there was Sir.
Wow.
So that is the full lineage of the four Farris brothers.
Got you. Oh my God.
I know, right?
I know, right?
Exclusive.
I know. I think it's time for Caught in the Comments. comments.
So,
caught in the comments, let me just give you a little...
I know, right? I'm like, oh, shit. All right, let me get myself ready.
Okay.
Roll my shoulders back.
Caught in the comments with Miss Corrie Renee. This is basically a segment where we pick a comment out of your personal Instagram that I felt was something significant.
That is a hell of a freeze frame.
I know. I'm like, listen.
I'm sorry.
We're working on it, all right? We're working on it.
It's a part in the segment where we pick out a comment. Yes. I was with you.
And we basically just dissect it and see, like, just do a deep dive into that. So here, clearly was your mom's memorial service, and you were doing a beautiful, beautiful honoring of her through song. And we're looking at the comment from DJ Questco. Shout out. He says, I'm praying for continued strength and renewed faith. I love my brothers and keep your trust in God.
Shout out to the bro.
Come on now.
Okay.
When you see comments like this, how does it make you feel?
The ones that, first off, shout out to everybody who's reached out. It really does mean a lot. It really does, help. Every comment, every, prayer, every kind word, all of it really, it means a lot. But there's definitely a different level when it comes from people who were close, people who are close to you, but then the deeper level is, people who've actually spent time around her and got a chance to experience and understand why the love is so deep and why she was so impactful and why she was so amazing. Wow. You know what I mean? So when you have that kind of connection, then it means that, it takes a step up. You know what I mean?
That part, talking about a step up, like, it takes a lot to be able to get in front of a crowd, just in general. Mm-hmm. And then to not only get in front of a crowd, but then to deliver such a song as beautifully as you did.
Thank you.
Going through the emotions, like, as it happened, how were you able to, like, have so much strength to deliver such a beautiful song while you were dealing with the pain in that very moment? Like, how are you even here right now, Davion? Yeah. Like, seriously.
I mean, it's really it's funny. Like, it's like I said in the caption, like, that was, like, Daryl was the, the wild child. He was just brilliant, intelligent, good, and good with the school and books and all of the things, and brilliant writer, phenomenal on a different level than I would even say I am. If I can just be honest, I believe Sir is a better writer than me, and it's cool because I'm confident where I'm at. You feel me? That don't take nothing away from my pen. You know what I'm saying? That don't take nothing away from my pen. But it's all right for me to say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's where I feel like it is. You feel me?
Genuine.
Smoke. He's an all around brilliant genius. Smoke fucking speaks Spanish, plays guitar, drums, piano, raps, sings. He's a brilliant. He's a real nigga.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like it's because it's more than just the the intellectual, the hoity-toity shit. Like, nah, Smoke is, I'm saying, he's a real one. You know what I mean? Like, he got hands too. Let's not forget that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all do, but Smoke is on a different level. If I can
we know about that.
But but you know what I mean? Like, my thing though, yes, I fucking sing, man. Like, that was our bond. You know what I mean? That was our bond. I wanted to sing as good as my mama. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to make her proud in every moment. You know what I mean? And this was my last opportunity to make a public showing or an attempt to show it how much I love her.
Right.
It will never end. At any moment, if something reminds me of her, you're gonna hear about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'll be like, oh man, my mama used to be prepared for that.
Please.
You know what I'm saying? Know that because I love her.
Absolutely.
And so my mom was a professional singer. You know what I mean? My mom was a professional singer. I'm a professional singer like my mom.
Amen.
So that was how I honored her, by being a fucking professional singer. Although I collapsed and I cried in my brother's arms immediately after, I finished the song. So,
if you could guess, how do you think your mom felt after your performance?
Took the words right out of my mouth.
I know she looked down and said, "That's my baby."
Mm-hmm.
Period. I completely agree.
Those are my favorite words.
If there was
hey, my
one
baby,
thing,
you walk
like,
in the room, hey, my baby. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
what I got
Hey,
from
my
it.
baby.
Proud.
Hey, my mama.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I smiled like a big ass kid. You know what I mean? Yeah.
If there's one thing that you could share with the world, because she's been a full testament in your success,
Mm-hmm.
but if there's one thing that you could share with the world to help the next person on their journey to success, what would that be?
I would say there's, and I hate to even that I can't remember exactly what the name of this saying is, but there's a Japanese saying that you want to find the connection between what you're skilled at, what you're passionate about, and what pays the bills, right? And when you find the balance between those things, then you are on the road to whatever you define success to be.
Damn.
We make sure we clip that one out.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna need that.
Well, I'm gonna need that.
Y'all gonna need,
Gosh, because it's really hard to try to find the balance between everything that we want to do, and then that we still got bills.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
that's still a very real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
And it's like
they don't stop for anything. You hear me?
at all.
I had to pay rent,
All of
home,
that.
gas, car note,
Come
car
on.
insurance. Like, what are we talking about? They
That
don't care.
part.
They don't care what's
Nothing
happening
stops.
happening
At
right
all.
now.
And I'm a single mom. So, like, I have a whole nother human being that I have to be responsible for, raise, and I'm still trying to, chase my own dream. But it's like, I don't want to negate him. I don't want to neglect him. And clearly, your mom has done a phenomenal job with you guys being able to just make sure that you guys knew and had the values set. Because the way that you guys all supported one another up there. And I'm just grateful, Davion, honestly, to have this opportunity to express it to you, because I wanted to come, and I really felt a way that I couldn't because I had to be there for my son. But God put it in order for us to have this conversation. And I want you to know that you and your brothers, you have the whole city of Inglewood behind you guys.
I don't live in Inglewood, but I'm behind you guys.
The whole LA, this
Really
is real. We love you. We support you. We want you to know that whatever you need, as much as it's within our resource, it's yours.
I really appreciate it. I really do.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. How important is faith to you right now?
It's everything. Because if I don't have faith, then I've lost a connection to my mom. If I don't have faith, I lose whatever gave me the strength to finish that, and whatever is giving me the strength to keep going. It's everything right now. I promise.
I needed that.
My gosh. Oh
I
my
needed
gosh.
that.
So before I start bawling like a little
You ain't the only
girl, you know what I'm saying? Let us just.
We gonna need some Kleenex on this.
I know. Like,
producer.
let's just go ahead and log out.
This is when you get a real person here. It brings out realness in you.
Yeah.
And not saying we haven't had that, but this connection just is near and dear to us, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And, prayers goes out to you and your family.
Yeah.
Appreciate you both.
So with the log out, we basically just talk about like your upcoming projects, anything that you're able to speak about that you want to put out in the atmosphere, thoughts, like just whatever it is that
Exclusives.
you want. I mean, if you want, but it's more about you and a reflection. Like, is there anything that you want to have happen, manifest, or anything that you can talk about that's coming up for yourself?
Well, I mean, in the midst of the 57% follower increase.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
I have to drink today.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sorry,
cheers to the 57% increase.
I'm gonna have to
on the
open
price.
this one real quick.
Okay.
With that,
We are so much.
Damn.
We my team and I we're looking to get Def Jam behind the project. It's done. It's ready to go. I performed one of the singles for most of the tour. I don't know if I performed it on every set, and it went up. I have a bunch of people asking, "Yo, what is that song where you talk about the?" And I'm like, "Yo, it's not released yet." You know what I'm saying? But we're working on some things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're looking to get Def Jam to power on through because the iron's hot right now.
Come on,
complete.
Let's strike. Def Jam.
Complete. And the message is definitely there. It's powerful. So I don't see why they wouldn't get on it.
Yeah.
Listen, come on.
And then that part.
For real.
And we're going to go ahead and just lock it in now. So when it all happens and we're going to put it out there, Def Jam is going to do the right thing.
Exactly.
And they're going full speed ahead. And whenever you have more opportunity to come, we would definitely love you to come back.
I'd love to come back. Talk
about your projects. Please and thank you.
Absolutely.
There'll be plenty more performances between now and then, I'm sure. So
we'll
be able to talk
about it.
Right.
I need mine, because he's a beautiful singer.
Absolutely.
So it's time to talk to our audience. We ask Davion, our audience, every week that if they see something in the previous episode that they have questions, please hit us up at Socially Acceptable with an X in the DM.
It goes down in the DM.
Yes, and we'll go ahead and answer the question on the next episode. So I went ahead and pulled a comment.
Let's go.
From the DM here. Well, a question rather. Her name is Elsie Cruz 8998. Hey girl.
What up?
What's up?
She says, "Hey guys, great first episode. You are quickly becoming my new favorite pod." Appreciate you. What was the name of the new song DJ had recently produced? That was a question from episode 1. And it's so crazy because it's your brothers, D-Smoke.
Bring that on in.
Let's go. Right. Come on. That's right. 6 degrees of separation. You know what I mean? Hey, we love it.
Shout out to Homegirl Radio. Shout out to DJ Head who produced Black Beethoven, which is D-Smoke's newest project. It's out now. Nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Fire. Like the emojis. Fire.
Okay. So definitely, you guys, go ahead, check that out. And now it's time to do the same for episode 2. If you had any questions for Davion and all the amazingness that he is, be sure to hit us up at Socially Acceptable right now, and we'll make sure that the next episode will answer your question.
There it is.
That's right.
We really, really appreciate you, Davion.
I appreciate you guys.
So, too much.
I'm already like, when's the next?
I know. We can't bombard him.
I know. We gotta go on tour.
Look. Once we got a date for the single.
Say less. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that?
Talk about.
There we go.
Hey.
We did it.
That part. And on that note, you guys have been listening to Socially Acceptable. I am Miss Corrie Renee.
And I am SB Press.
All right, you guys.
See y'all next time.